All right, meantime, the peace talks underway this morning. This in anchor Turkey to end or potentially start the process of ending the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. But the big news here, Russian President Vladimir Putin will not be in attendance.
So really, how do you make a deal? Newsmax senior correspondent John Huddy joins us live from Istanbul with the details. John?
Yeah, Sean and Emma, and as we again follow the president's movements in the United Arab Emirates. And real quick about that trip, the administration already had two victories going into it. One, the successful talks in Geneva between the U.S. and Chinese delegations and the massive scaling back of the tariffs and the agreement to move forward with more negotiations and China basically opening its market up fully to the United States, and then the release of the last American hostage in Gaza, Idan Alexander. So these were two huge wins for the Trump administration going into the trip. And then, of course, all the events in Riyadh, the massive investment, $600 billion investment, Saudi investments into the United States, the $145 billion arms package for the Saudis, and then the meeting between Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and then Ahmed al-Shara, the president of Syria, and President Trump meeting with him, calling him a very good guy, a fighter, somebody who basically he's asking essentially to join Syria, to join the Abraham Accords. And then that led to the trip to Doha, Qatar, the massive investment, $1.3 trillion investments and the cooperation between our military, the Qatar military, leading to the trip to the UAE. As far as what's happening here on the ground in Istanbul, I'm outside the Dolmabahce presidential palace here along the beautiful Bosphorus. This is where we're expecting the Ukrainian-Russian talks to happen if or when they happen. As you mentioned, Russian President Vladimir Putin is a no-show at this point. He is not expected to be here to meet face-to-face with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. President Trump, however, while he was in Doha, basically en route to the United Emirates, said that he would go to the talks here in Ukraine Friday, quote, if it is appropriate. But, continuing the anticipation, but adding, really, Putin is only going to talk to him. And that's what we've heard as well, that the only way Putin's going to be on the ground is if it's a person-to-person direct summit with President Trump, not with President Zelensky. That said, the Kremlin saying its delegation will be led here by Putin aide Vladimir Medinsky and include three other top officials. Putin's press secretary, Dmitry Peskov, said it was, quote, too early to discuss the content or outcome of the negotiations. We don't even know if those negotiations have started. I'm with a pack of about 200 journalists, and we're all asking that same question. But Peskov added that the Russian delegation will be in Istanbul awaiting the arrival of the Ukrainian delegation. On that note, Ukrainian President Zelensky called the Russian delegation, quote, decorative, taking a shot at the Russians and at Putin. Zelensky said the Ukrainian delegation, meantime, included his foreign minister, military intelligence chiefs, and also senior Ukrainian officials. Zelensky right now, Sean and Emma, is in Ankara. He is meeting with Turkish President Recep Erdogan. After that meeting, we're expecting possibly some words from both, maybe a press conference, and then possibly we're expecting Zelensky to travel here to Istanbul. Also, Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in Turkey. He arrived in the resort city of Antalya last night to meet with NATO foreign ministers there. He is expected to represent the U.S. delegation on the ground here in Istanbul as well, guys. Back to you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.